Hey guys, welcome back to the Ride Waxing and UK One Wheel channel. Now, that little opening is going to change. We are going to be using the RRW, so the Ride Waxing moving forward, just because it's a little bit more simplistic and people don't really necessarily understand what I'm going on about. Now, the UK One Wheel is my one wheel channel on Instagram, and yeah, basically it's just a very long-winded opening. Bit like I'm going on now. However, so welcome to the RRW channel, or the Ride Waxing channel, and today we are going to be hitting the trails of the local forest on the one wheel, and I'm going to try out a couple of things. Now, I film with an Insta360 as well as my obviously iPhone 14 I think I've got, and there's multitudes of ways of obviously you can obviously film. Now, I would normally use a telescopic pole, and I would use an attachment either to put my phone on or my Insta360, a little bit like this one. Now, you've also got car mounts that I use. Different types of car mounts. This is a GoPro one, which I've used to use back in the day. And I've also got a 3-point suction harness, which comes off as well. They do scare me. Obviously, I want to do some filming with my Porsche and obviously the pole on the back on the Insta360, but I am very worried about it all falling off and me losing everything because I've already smashed an Insta360 on the floor while riding the trails. But I bought this contraption. Now, I bought this for paddleboarding. Unfortunately, this year I haven't been able to get out on my paddleboard for the simple reason it's just time constraints with my job, etc., and also weather conditions, and making sure that obviously the conditions of the sea are safe to go out with the wind. And I'm going to give this a go today with my one wheel. Now, this basically straps around your waist. So how it works, you simply strap it round, that sticks out the back, or for the benefit of the video we'll stick it out the front a little bit like so. And then you can adjust this crown wheel here, and you can obviously adjust the angle, and then you can extend the pole so you get a hands-free feeling with obviously the Insta360. Because when riding a one wheel, it's very difficult because you've got the pole out here and obviously you're riding, but obviously it does really throw your balance off, because sometimes you want to throw your hand forward because you're going to fall, but you're conscious you're trying to film and obviously to bring you guys the ultimate footage. And that can be a struggle. So I'm going to go and give this a go today. It does look rather erotic, I will say that, when it's stuck out the front. Yeah, we'll see how and what kind of footage we get. So we'll have it behind us and we'll have it in front of us. I think it'd be great for mountain biking, and there's some stuff coming on that very, very soon. So do stay tuned and hit that like and subscribe. With that behind me, you're facing forward, you're riding forward, so you'll get great vision. Now, with one wheeling, this sticks out that way and I'm riding that way like you would on a skateboard. So we may not get the actual pictures and the footage that I'm hoping for. I don't think I can rotate it sideways. I could possibly rotate it sideways, albeit it does feel extremely uncomfortable and have it sticking out that way, but it does somewhat get in the way with my arm. So I think I'll end up hitting it. But we're going to give it a go. So different mounts for Insta360 and your cameras. How do we and all the other guys on Facebook and YouTube get their footage to you? It's always a bit of a challenge with different materials, poles and equipment that we use to give you the ultimate viewing pleasure, or maybe not in some cases. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Let's whiz off to the forest. So there we are, guys, in the forest with my dingly dangly thing sticking out the back of me. Always wanted to record on this to see what it looks like. It is actually quite bouncy, to be honest. I have to do the belt up a lot tighter, obviously over my podgy tummy. But yeah, we're going to see what this footage looks like. Got my one wheel, we got some trails, we're going to have some fun, and hopefully we're not going to whack this on any trees. I think I might need to make it a little bit more upright, so I think I'll adjust that first. So I'm going to click over and let's have a quick look at what the footage looks like with this thing sticking out the back of me. there we are, guys. That is the first few shots with this bad boy on my back. Now, just to clear it up, the picture on my back is a chap with a ski pole through his legs going up a hill. It is not somebody pole dancing, for all the people comment. Yes, I put it on my shirt thinking, yeah, that's ski, because as you know, Ride Right Waxing is basically based around a ski channel, and then realised when a lot of people said, why have you got a pole dancer on the back of your hoodie, I suddenly realised it does actually look a little bit like that. But yeah, nice steep drop in as we've just had there. Awesome trails. What I'm going to do now though, is I'm going to go back to the top, ride another trail, but I'm going to put the camera, unfortunately, at the front of me, so that's going to be a bit weird. The only thing I would say with it is it's a little bit weighted to the back, so as it bounces, as you can see now, it bounces and you kind of does throw you off a little bit on a one wheel. Now I can imagine on a paddleboard it would be fine, and on a mountain bike it'd be all right, but again, it still does kind of throw you off balance. So good core exercise, I will say that. And you wouldn't want anything too much heavier camera wise on the back. And I think the longer you put it out, obviously further you put it out, should I say, obviously the heavier it's going to get. Right, so let's ride back up here, pop it back in my pocket, just spin this around, let's have some full frontal. Hey! Right, hang on there a second. I'm going to pop you in this one. Go to camera. So, both cameras, Insta360, Apple. I'll try and put both on the screen so you can see. This at the front is really sketchy, I think it is. Don't know which camera to look at, because obviously you're going past trees and you've got to move your body back like this. Looks really, really weird. But yeah, really odd. Obviously it does bounce around a bit. I might put it up a little bit higher, but I think it may be too close to my face. So let's just try and loosen it off. We're going to turn it one tooth. It's like a tooth mechanism at the base. This is actually an Insta360 belt, which I bought off their website when I got my camera destroyed in the forest here, where it fell over and the lens hit a rock. But yeah, that is the difference. It is quite bouncy. It does feel really, really weird, and it kind of disweights you. And this is all in the art of trying to get you guys the best footage as possible and as smooth as possible. I'm really interested to see this back, because obviously I haven't seen it when I'm videoing this now. So stay tuned, guys. Don't forget, hit that like, hit that share button, and subscribe. So I look like a right plonker. Anyway, here we go. Let's crack on with the rest of this trail. And there we go, Insta360. Oops, record. Got to put it all away. Behind the scenes, this is. Behind the scenes. Fold that up. Normally I do have a longer one of these. Chuck that in there. Let's crack on. That's better. Here we go. Big drops in here. So yeah, I think the back position for this thing is definitely better than the front for stability, especially on a one-wheel skateboard or longboard. But these things are really, really good. If you had a jet ski, I suppose, awesome. Mountain bike, awesome. Horse riding, awesome. Anything where you're facing forward and the camera is behind you, this actually does work a treat. And I think the Insta360 with the 360 surround, you can choose when editing the video through your Insta360 app, obviously what you want to view and what you want to look at by turning the camera. If you haven't actually had a go at that and you've got one, then obviously do so. It is a fantastic way of editing your videos. But I'm going to try this now on the side. Breathe in. It won't twist. Let's have another go. Right, so I'm going to try it there. Now, my arm's either going to be behind the pole or it's got to stay in front of the pole. This will be interesting. We've got a trail ahead of us. Let's pop this on and let's have a go with it sideways. There we go, that's my front trailing arm. I've actually laid it down a little bit and that's the mechanism just there. So you've got like a turn screw and a cog, and this is a very hard plate, so it's quite substantial, really is. But let's see what it looks like sticking out the front. Best, holding the stick in front of me where I can rotate it, and you guys might get a little bit more viewing pleasure, and you haven't got that weight already. It's a big difference. Now there's been some drops up here that I could have done, but I haven't done them for the risk of one, damaging my camera, and two, just the balance of the pole at the back is quite unnerving. So I think if you're facing, whoa, nearly binned it right there and there. If you're facing forward, I think definitely like paddle boarding, horse riding, even EUC. So the EV side, who rides an EV, an EUC, that would be cool because he's basically facing forward. So yeah, definitely though, good purchase. Would recommend it. Very well made, super robust, and yeah, like I say, you can take the pole off. You can do what I'm doing now. And then when you want to, you can stick it back on again. So we've got quite a few forms of videoing. Then we go back now and edit it all up for you guys to watch. So there we are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Something a bit different. Just kind of wanted to bring to you behind the scenes of what we kind of do to film and what you try and get the footage. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. But guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share with your friends. Plenty more content to come. Like I say, this is not the only thing. I'm going to be riding in this forest soon, so do stay tuned, some cool stuff coming. And for those people that have made it this far that like my mini videos, they'll be coming also. I've just got a garage full of stuff which I can't be welding near, otherwise it will catch fire. So anyway, there we go, from the RRW Ride Right Waxing channel. We will see you soon.